Cześć, witam, dzień dobry, Mike in Poland. Today's a beautiful Sunday morning. I'm actually going to take you on a walk with me, going to Park Cytadela right now, which was formerly known as Fort Viniati. Fort Viniati doesn't exist anymore. It was actually established in the 1800s under Prussian rule and occupation. So the fort was actually destroyed, and right now this Park Cytadela is just basically a monument and serves as a commemoration for the soldiers that lost their lives in both the First and Second World War. There's a cemetery in this park, also some vintage tanks, and it's no fuss, no stress, no rush. We're just gonna take a walk right now. I'll check in from time to time, and I'll see you at the end of this video. So right now I'm walking through the Polish soldier side, this Polish side of the cemetery, and yeah, it's pretty sobering at the moment. This isn't even a very large cemetery, but from looking at it, it's a pretty sobering reminder about the cost of war and how truly how many lives were actually lost. It's really sad. I'm gonna take a walk through here, and hopefully we'll get to a little bit more a more positive side of the park, if that's even possible. Somebody's really taking care of them, where these bodies rest, and how much more manicured it is. So most of these guys here were airmen. They lost their lives during the Second World War. You can see the names here. So just from looking at these tanks alone, I can imagine the type of fear many of the European forces might have felt to see some of these German tanks traveling across the continent and just basically seizing one country at a time. These tanks are a lot larger than you can imagine, and I'm actually shocked they had this type of technology so many years ago. So I'm about 2.5 hours into my walk right now, and it's actually a little misleading when you enter this park, really how big it is. I finally am starting to see what I've came here for, which is to see one of the bunkers and one of the 2 or 3 forts that actually still exist in this park. We'll be there shortly. So I don't know which one this is, but there are 3 total in this park, and we're coming up on another one. So this is an idea. You can see how far into the side of the hill these guys bore into. It is really, really, really deep. Wow. So that concludes this video. Today was a beautiful day. I'm about 4.5 hours into this walk, which I just couldn't take it anymore. As you know, we are at Fort Vignale, and if you look at me, I feel like I've been in a war. I'm dehydrated, I have sweat stains. Nonetheless, it's just really beautiful to see Poland's history right within the city limits here at Stary Rynek in Poznań. One of the things I've also learned about just visiting this park today is that really how many Polish families actually spend time with their children. How this is just something they do and hang out. It's free. You can hear the kids in the background. It's just a really beautiful park. It's lovely. Again, I walked for about 4.5 hours roughly, and I could not show you all of it. There's just a lot of green terrain. There wasn't, I mean, I'm not saying there isn't much to see, but it's actually just a huge, huge, huge park. So I'm gonna hydrate right now. So as you can see, my friend right here, Mike in Poland, cześć.